Muntag mga kapaglaom mga kaigsunan. Here we are on our special interview kauban ng ato ang SPUC Youth Director. Wala kundi si Pastor Jemsly Lantaya. Pastor, may adlaw sa to ha.
Hello, good day to everybody. I'm here in Ati Central Seventh-day Adventist Church and I'm so happy to visit kaning iglesia. Nakita na ko ang kadesigon sa mga batanon, pagtubag sa tawag sa Ginoo.
Amen. Thank you kay Pastor sa time na imong gihatag. Pastor, before ta mag-start, mangayo ko gamay nga introduce gamay nimo imong sarili, Pastor.
Okay, I'm Pastor Jemsly Lantaya, currently the Youth Director of South Philippine Youth Conference, but I really come from Davao Mission. There I started my work. I graduated at South Philippine Adventist College in the year 1999. And I started to work in Davao Mission for 8 years as associate pastor or youth pastor in Adams and Camus churches. And I also worked as district pastor for 2 years. And after serving as district pastor, I was elected to serve as the youth director of that mission. And that is from 2011 to 2016. At the beginning of 2017, I was elected to serve as the youth director of South Philippine Union Conference. I have my wife, Lucy June Planius Lantaya, and I have my 3 kids, LJ, Jemsel, and Jemsly Lantaya. So I'm happily serving the Youth Ministries Department for almost 12 years by now.
So dugay-dugay na gid ka nag-serve sa
as youth department. Yeah.
Pastor, sa gingon nimo, you have been serving the youth department for 12 years. Unsa ang mga struggles nimo nga sa pag-serve sa youth department knowingly nga some of the youth kay lisod sila i-handle? So unsa man mga struggles nimo mga nagyan, Pastor?
As a struggles, murag wala man gyud kayo. I work directly now in the union. I work directly with my youth directors in the local missions and conferences. So I'm happy that I have that very close relationship. And your youth director is Pastor Jonathan Himoros. He's very close to me. He's my classmate in the masteral. Nagani mi historiana ang among tabag YD. I really projected him to be the youth director of the South of Southern Mindanao, and it happens this year. Manalipay ko. So struggles, we shared our struggles with my youth directors. They will tell me, Pastor, mo na among problema dito. So mangitaan lang kumagi nga masulbad ang problema. Dili man. We will be dealing with our young people with different strategies, no? Daghang trainings, daghang mga lectures, daghang mga seminars for them to be involved. Kaya uban magod, dili kay ma-empower. Pero once they are in the seminar, and then uban sa tabang sa Ginoo, ma-ignite na sila, and then they will also support the church, especially in the ministry of our young people.
Sa mong giingon, Pastor, you have told us that some of the youth kay dili sila empowered or encouraged. Unsa ang mga reasons mostly by the youth why they are not empowered and encouraged?
Ang first mainly ang training sa balay, uban ng mga ginikanan, they are not mindful of their young people's involvement in the church. Kanang they are just churchgoers, bench warmers. Pero as to encouraging their children to be part of the work, dili sila. Mo nang sa seminar bitaw apil gyud ang mga ginikanan. Lakbitan gyud ang ginikanan ba nga nagkukis lag role gyud in in pushing their children to be part of God's work.
So dili lang di ay youth ng inyong gina-invite sa seminar, Pastor, kundi apil ang ilang parents.
No? And that happens every Sabbath, like what we will do later, no? So daghang mga lectures involving our young people, and then magapamina po ang mga ginikanan for them to be enlightened as to their responsibilities of letting their children also join this worldwide Adventist youth program.
In terms of Adventist youth programs nga worldwide, Pastor, unsa man ang mga or upcoming ninyo na mga events or projects for the youth to be encouraged?
Okay, in the worldwide, we are hoping for the World Youth Congress next year, and that happens in Mexico. So we are also encouraging our young people to join. I think they have to pay 150,000 for that. Are you going with us? Pastor Jonathan and me are possibly going there. That is scheduled maybe in September last year. So more than 1 year pang pagtigom. That's kwan. Pero giginahanta kay in our union, we have the coming Master Guide Convention. You are not yet Master Guide, right? You have to work in it, huh?
Yes.
Master Guide Convention that's scheduled on August 19 and 20. We have invited the World Youth Director, the new World Youth Director, Pastor Bosi Kumalo, to be our speaker during the Arab worship. And the Associate Youth Director, Pastor Paco Mugwani, would be one of our lecturers during the convention. And I'm also inviting the other Associate Director, Pastor Andres Peralta, to also join us. And that is done virtually. Di pa to physical, virtual pa ang convention that happens next month. And we're also proposing to have the Mas Amigos Convention. Again, it's a virtual one, and we're inviting again our GC people. And this year, we also plan to have a single professionals evangelistic meeting, and that's done simultaneously. Kanibatang at mga professionals, uban mo good, murag left out na sila ba? Kay they have their own world already.
Yes.
I'm a professional already. So pero kung matap na nimo sila, in which our youth directors are now organizing them, kay they have the source of income. Na sila mga sweldo na.
Yes.
Makawali na sila. So we have the simultaneous evangelistic meeting to be conducted by the single professionals. So lipay ko karon, the youth directors are organizing their young professionals, officers, and even group among Mission Second Princess. And this happens maybe on November. Na sila wali. Simultaneously dungan Davao, SMM, DM, dungan.
So young
And
professionals
young
ang mag-message,
professionals
Pastor.
ang magwali.
Okay.
And then I will be giving them budget, and then they will also, do the part as to raising enough budgets for the evangelistic meeting.
So ang katong sa Pathfinder, katong sa Master Guide, Pastor, so yung man mo August 12 to 19, tama di ba, Pastor?
No, 19 and 20.
19 to 20. So those people na who want to join the Master Guide Convention, they still have time, di ba, Pastor, nga magpa-invest?
Depende sa ilahang club.
Depende sa ilahang
Kay Master Guide can be completed for a maximum of 2 years. Upon completion of all the requirements. But kung ilag yung sagad-sagaran, that can be done in 1 year. Pero kung pero no investiture on the Master Guide Convention. It's more on lectures. It's more on refreshing their insights on their role as Master Guide. So that happens. And we're hoping to have it done next year. The SBUC wide Youth Congress.
Sa
MVC.
MVC.
That's scheduled on June 11 to 17. That's the final date already.
So ang kaning Youth Congress, Pastor, unsa ayang sakop ng mga areas like whole Philippines ba or ang Youth Congress?
No, SPUC wide.
SPUC wide. Okay.
Mindanao wide lang.
Mindanao
wide lang.
Okay. So when it comes sa Mindanao wide nga Youth Congress, Pastor, unsa ilahang pwedeng ma-anticipate dito ng mga programs and activities?
We are planning to have, this is the first, I will still propose this to my youth directors when we meet next week. Let's say, every youth is now excited to go at the MVC for the Youth Congress, right?
Pandemic naman, Pastor.
Kung nauli-ulian na magita, di ba? So, kung maginani ma-maintain na to, they will go. So we're expecting to have 20,000 young people to be registered and to attend, no? So for this 20,000, ang masulod sa simbahan, mga 5,000 naman na. We'll be putting up lead wall para makikita sa gawas. And then, this is the first time, no? Mahitabo yun nga. We will do it as Congress Camp. Wapa din itabo in the history of SBUC, Congress Camp. That na plano mi, nga mag-put up ko og 8 to 10 stations. Ang stations, malingaw gid sa mga batanon. So wala sila idle moments ba? Every day nagis sila buhaton. And then labi na gyud nga Master Guide or Master Guide to be, i-workout nila ilang mga honors like archery. One of the stations is archery. Mato kag SM karon, mobayad kag 250, mawtira lang kag 5 ka bala. Di ba mahal ka ng SM? While dito libre ka. So apil na sa tuwang registration dito. Kaduha, swimming. Tunuan mo og swimming. Na may dako nga swimming pool ng MVC. So nagitay swimmers nga professional nga motunlo. Ikatulo, naatay obstacle race. Mga PC dito, alingaw kayo na kay manaka man mo mga PC nga may very challenging kayo. Hindi na po kayo makuha nga maayo mo prepare na. And then, ang luto-luto dito, kampo kiri naara gyapon. Luto ra gyapon mo og camp bread, lami kayo, mga egg, frying, tanan-tanan kumplito. So mali nga ang batanaw nana. So wala sila idle moments, di ba? Pendulum. Mo ni pinaka bibo kan wipe out dito nga maigo ka adto ka sa tubig, maglangoy-langoy ka dito. And then ikalima na siya. Nagplano pud mi nga naa siya ay digital photography. Mga batano nga ganahan picture produce lagi bulo asi angle. So naay mo lecture na nga picture gani mo kanimo ikwaon ninyo. So na may mga cellphone ng tanan. So gwapo kayo digital photography. Natay team building. No, mga chibron dito mo dala na team building is very good. You will how to work with your team. So team building and so much more. So mo na gi-expect sa atong youth congress and hopefully nga mga to ang mga batano na they would be blessed. And labi na giambot nga okay na gyapon natong pandemic nga inani ni dito nga pwede na ta makalamano, pwede na ta makawali nga bisag dili ka mag face mask, di ba? So pero nagyapoy protocol gyapon niya to really kanang pungga na to ang pag-spread sa possible virus. So
Pero,
that's the Congress next year.
Katong sa station, good pastor, like, compulsory ba na need nila maagyan tanan station or pwede lang sila magpili?
Dili, i-schedule man ako. Ang Lunes, Southern Mindanao, dito mo sa archery. Pagka Martes, ang Southern Mindanao, swimming mo. So naman gine-schedule kung asa mo. So naman may program ang isa-isa nga delegate, so you'll be guided where to go on every day. So ikaw nga youth nga delegate, dili ka kapoy kay magpundura kasi mong tent. Di ba? Well, libot ka. Malingaw ka kaya mga stations. And then kung nag-workout mo sa guide, imuha ng honors. Archery is one of the honors. Kampo kiri, swimming, basic rescue. Imuha ng honors. So na kay honor. And then that is one of the requirements for you to be invested in Masa Guide. Nga nadyo kay certain honors nga kwaon. So very interesting actually.
So nadyo may hitabo nga investiture gyud dito
Na
pastor.
agyod, investiture sa SYL. Karon wala pa investiture sa SPUC ha. Commissioning pa lang kanang 10 hours nga training, commissioning na siya. You'll be given the scarf. Pero ang investiture sa SYL that happens next year on the Congress. So SYL investiture na apoy Master Guide investiture and progressive classes friend to guide nga investiture as well.
Kaning kay base na ang mga batanon pastor ba dili pa good aware or wala pa sa kabaloon sa ng SYL. So unsa na siya ang SYL jet pastor?
Okay, ang SYL is senior youth leadership siya. Ang SYL is actually last year na launch sa Jekan Friends kay inani man itong youth good. From adventurer to pathfinder, ang master guide mo'y magdumala na, no? And next nga level, ang ambassador and senior youth, ang SYL mo'y magdumala na. So master guide here, SYL mo'y magdumala na. For the ambassadors, ages 16 to 21, and then 21 to 35, mo na sa senior youth. So mo na siya ang SYL mo'y magdumala. So mo na ang atuagin na last na karon, and hopefully, we will have the investiture for SYL next year during the Congress time.
Kung for example pastor na ay mga interested na youth to gusto nila maabot ang SYL, unsa man ang mga requirements nga needed sa SYL?
Sa gisulti nako ni Pastor Jonathan, maghimog siya og youth leaders meeting. Kay youth leaders man ang SYL gyud. So I think that happens on August 26 and 27 dito sa Tupi, di ba? Sa Tupi. So tanan ng mga youth leaders sa SMME magtapog dito. And they would be given lecture for 10 hours. Kaya 10 hours man ang nasa to ang curriculum. 10 hours nga commissioning nga hours. So na yung mga lectures for 10 hours and after that, you would be commissioned. Pero wala pa investiture. Investiture, next year pa. So 1 year magod ang completion kay just like the Master Guide passport, ang Israel na po yung passport. Pero dili kayo gid siya as tedious as the Master Guide, no? So, labi na ikaw invested Master Guide, gamay na naki-complain mo dito, halos repetition man dito sa Israel, ang nasa Master Guide. So, gamay na lang kayo. And then, we will expect to have thousands to be invested on our Youth Congress.
So, aside sa Youth Congress, Pastor, napabay lahi nga camps or activities nga pwede pa ma-anticipate sa mga bata noon?
Sa tuwa, maybe every year magita no ang SPUC na magitay one event, big event in one department every year. And for the youth department, that happens only in once in 5 years. So the last Youth Congress was 2018, mo nang after 5 years, 2023 na po, that's next year. No? So, musunod ang Sabbath School Department na po, Sabbath School Congress na po. Pero in between that, natay daghan ng mga activities like Pathfinder Camp, SPUC-wide Pathfinder Camp, na po Academy nga Pathfinder Camp. So, na siya, naabot tayo Mas Amicos SPUC Convention, naabot tayo Singles Professionals Convention, naabot tayo masigay, hopefully judge nga ang masigay na to the next meeting, ato ang convention that is done in a physical manner. It's not done virtually. Pero karon virtual sa ta, kaya na pa may uban nga restrictions. So, yeah, gwapo gyud unta nga magtigom ito ta tanan nga masigay sa SPUC, magtigom nga maghiusab ito ta sa in one place nga himo ta convention, murag refreshment sa ato ang kwan ba, murag refreshing of all our honors, gwapo yung gayo. So, daghan tayong activities actually. Kaya youth, nga bala activity, is a dying youth. Mao gini. Mag-result is youth director. So, di gani mo mag-activity, patay gid ang department gid. Kay moving mo gani. Constant gini youth department. Muna nalipay ko sa youth director diri. Grabe. Bago pa na nipili. Pero tingala ko, patawag na yun og single professional na former na niya. Himog Congress dito sa Lakeview, di ba? Congress. And then, naka-Mount Apo climb. Kana ko, manang, we are working. No? Kaya young people, basta gani, stagnant na di gina malipay. Pero on the move ang young people, gid mama na yung youth directors, you make a program that makes them move and move and move and move. Kaya mao gini ang strength sa youth actually.
Pastor, unsa imong ma-advise sa katong mga youth department, good pastor, nga dili mato ma-blame pud siguro, we cannot really tell na active ang tanan. So how about those youth department nga kanang medyo na-stagnant gud siya, pastor, tungod sa pandemic?
What do you mean? By mission or by church or by district? Or
By
what do you mean?
church, pastor.
By church.
Paano what advice can you give to them na malihok gud nila nga di na sa ma-stagnant?
Okay. Naisugdan na to dire. Ang Youth Congress, di ba? Ang Youth Congress, nalipay ko nga gi-incorporate niya gid ang program, how to run the program in your church. Mao man to, gana gi-open gina ko tong small group diri nga naagi dapat youth care group, no? Kay pag na youth care group gyud, tingalig ma-refresh na ko na sa ko ang lecture karon nga hapon siguro. Pag na youth care group gyud, wala gi ang risk bitaw sa mata nga mawala. Murag dako gay ba nga kana bitong dili sila mawala kung naa sila inana. So para sa mo gi-encourage yun na mga nagi youth care group. Strongly mo ginagikuha na ko karon. And then murag ang tanan nag-respond hinon na. Gwapo gyud. So kaning mga young mobitan ni nagi youth congress, sige mo ni Pastor Moros. Nagi youth congress, nagi youth leaders convention at the start of the year, and that happens every year. And then nalipay po ta, gusto na ko pabalos tanan ha, nagapaminaw karon. Only in SPUC in the entire division nga naatay AY program nga gi-prepare. And we call it Stir Up. Ang Stir Up, ikatulo na nga issue karon. The first issue, ang naghimo sa mga programs, ang problema magud sa youth leader. Ako, if I'm a youth leader, mahimo ko program karon. Unsa na pa yung program next Sabbath? Di ba? Mura bag maglibog ka unsa. Pero di na gid mo problema karon kay ang tibok nga tuig na gid mo EY program. Naa sa booklet nga mo gipaprinta. Ang first edition, I think that was done in 2019. Ang naghimo na mga youth leaders all over Mindanao. Ang ikaduha in 2020 ang naghimo academies. MVC, Matutong View. Basta may mga academies naghimo. Ug karon grabe ang naghimo karon kay si Dr. Rosario ang naghimo. Dr. Arceli Rosario, the president of AUP, nasa upat ka mga team, si Ma'am Honors, Ma'am Aguilion, upat niya team, iyang team, naghimo sila og Stir Up tanawa. Amot ko na sa inyong simbahan karon na naamoy Stir Up. Pastor Moros, na-distribute na si Ronimo, no? Na-Stir Up. So, Judge, wala kay problema kay mag-iway ka karon pagka nagsabat na nakaiway. Di hulir na nakaiway. Mama na problema sa iway sa una kay youth leader ko, ay kakapoy, maghimo na po ko si program next Sabbath. Pero karon di na. Mag-innovate lang ka. Pero nanay program nga para sa imo the whole year. And then, nag-avail gani ang Central Philippines na. Kaya gitawagan ako ang counterpart. Kung pag-avail mo sa bay, wapag ginitabo sa mga bay. And then, kung tanawin mo ang feedback sa mga young people, lipay sila, mga youth leaders, gwapo ginakaroon Stir Up. So, avail on that. Contact Pastor Moros. Kung wala inyong simbahan, avail the copy of the Stir Up 3. No? Next year, nanapod, until 2025 sila yung maghimo rin yapon. So that keeps our young people stay in the church, and then very strong, very lively, and very cooperative as to the church activities of our young people.
So before mag-end, Pastor, no, unsa imong pwede mahatag na advice sa batan-on mismo, like unsa imong pwede mahatag na advice sila na they will keep on moving, na dili gud sila mastagnan, Pastor, kay di man po nato ma-blame ang uban nga youth na when it comes to activities, magpakita sa activities, pero pag walay activities, minghoy pod sila. So unsa imong pwede mahatag na advice sila, ha?
Be involved in the church activity. Be involved. Simba gyud ka. Kay uban magud, hindi ginahan mo simba. Sila cellphone. Pastor, di na may cellphone sa Hope Channel, Pastor. Na mo cellphone din. Cellphone lagi sa kauras lang. Yaman, deres, sana. Wala na buhaton. Pero, ato gyud. Actually, karon gani, we will meet with my youth directors kay atong views karon sa Hope Channel nga AY. Di na kay tagas. Mura ba og di na kay tagas tungod kay nagbalik na magud og simba. All over Mindanao, nibalik na simba. Naglibot dito ako karon. Simba na, Pastor. O, wala kasigaran, taga-gawas, taga-Malaysia, taga-Indonesia, ganun taga-gawas ng mga kaigsunod, mga OFW. Muna ko sa'yo, tag-300 na lang, ano ba? Pero as to the church activities na nag presently, ginahimo na sa matag simbahan karon, like atis, na ating AY program. So, wala naman nagatanaw dito sa atong online nga AY, di ba? So, be involved. Appeal yun, simba yun ka, appeal yun ka, di yun ka maulaw. Sanggi kisulti, ayaw yun, appeal yun ka for you to be motivated ba nga, muapil gyud sa buhat gyud. In your own simple way, magamit gyud ka sa Ginoo bisag unsa nga pamaagi.
Amen. So mo to siya mga kaigsoon, especially sa mga batan-on sama sa giingon ni Pastor Lantaya. Let us be involved in our activities, not just only sa mga gawas sa mga aktibidades, kundi pati po sa sulod sa simbahan. No matter how small it is, sama sa giingon ni Pastor, na-educate dako nga influence sa imong mga kaigsunan. So Pastor Lantaya, thank you so much sa imong time. O dito na nato i-end ang ato ang special nga interview kauban si Pastor Lantaya.
Thank you very much.